Alright, so I removed the inner fender liner because it's too hard to get to the bolts easily on top of the strut. So just use your T15 and get that out of the way. And you cannot fit a shallow socket, and the ratchet will not reach the nut good, so you try to use your deep socket, but there's not enough room. So I just went with the ratchet wrench. I went against the instructions here. It says to remove the bottom 24mm bolt to get this out, but I went with the upper, and that was probably a little bit more difficult that way, but that's just the way I did the passenger side. On the driver's side, I went ahead and did what the instructions wanted, and it was a little bit easier. And I got this cool roundover bit from O'Reilly's. It just does a good roundover on top of the stud, so it's easier to get your new nut on. Well, it's pretty cool tool. And you put the new bolts on the back side of the spacer, and they'll be your new studs. And just tighten that up with your, it's going to be 17mm, the new bolts. And on this, you just, to get it to line straight, just grab it and give it a good twist. It twists fairly easy. And it'll be lined up straight to go back in. And on this, I have a really big bar. It's probably about a 4-foot bar. It was kind of a pain. Install your new hardware. It gives you all new strut bolts and nuts. And that bottom strut bolt is 21mm, so you're gonna need your impact socket and your wrench also. Because the new spokes are shorter, you can actually get your ratchet in there, which was awesome. And it only takes a second to get all the little bolts out to pull the liner out, so that's what I did, just to make it easier for myself. That nut was also 21. And that's pretty much how it goes. The rear was fairly simple. There's the nut, the bigger 24mm that they want you to remove in the directions. And I did that on the driver's side, and it was a little easier to do it that way. And on the front, I had issues rubbing at full turn. So this just shows modifying this bracket in the front, so that way you could clear the tires easier. Just cut it out with your grinder wheel, tighten it back up, and then give it some smacks with the sledgehammer, and you won't have no rubbing issues in the front anymore. And I didn't have any rubbing issues before I put spacers on. I actually installed some 1.5-inch spacers just to give it a little more offset.